Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. Hope you're having an absolutely fantastic. Did you see the tank go up and down? Interesting. Brave Dave is this. Oh, speaking of Brave Dave, forgot Brave Dave. We got someone much cuter here. Oh, look at this. What are you doing, little guy? Whoa. Marty came to visit, guys. Marty, I just started my video. Do you think I can do this video and then I'll take you for your walk, okay? You guys go. Oh, you go over there. Go wait. Go on. Go on. Good boy. He's heard me talking. He's waiting patiently in his little bed, and then I'm recording the video a little bit later today than normal. And he heard my voice. And Wargaming says you'll miss. And he's probably saying, oh, well, it's time for my walk. Okay, guys. Okay, just... what are these guys doing? What are these VKs doing? What is this? These are the enemies you want. What? You're a heavy tank. You don't have concealment? Is he fighting bots? No, these are... There's a platoon from the TF clan. This is an actual player. They're not bots. I just... Okay, anyways, today we are featuring a Brave Dave. He's very brave. Two regular schmoes that have what they said is their best game they've ever had, okay? Every now and then we have to feature just regular schmoes. Not like if you watched the video yesterday. Well, not the first one, not Bob's intro. The second game, over 10,000 damage in a CS63. Now that guy, if you want to watch really good gameplay, if you don't want the shenanigans, guys, watch the second game in yesterday's video. Okay? But today we're just going to be serious and we're going to feature two regular schmo players that have fantastic games. And, they deserve to be featured. You know, regular schmoes are people too. And incidentally, speaking of regular schmoes, if you are a regular schmo and you have been watching the videos on my channel and enjoying yourself, please subscribe to the channel. I've noticed from my analytics, if I put it up on the screen there, that approximately 1/3 of the viewers view consistently, the view count, and are enjoying the videos but are not subscribed. 2/3 are, and 1/3 aren't. For whatever reason, maybe you haven't clicked yet, or people don't feel that's important to subscribe, but it's important to promote. It helps promote the channel. Not important. Might not be important for you, but it does help. YouTubers getting their channel promoted if you subscribe. So I would appreciate it if you do. If you've been enjoying the videos and you have not yet subscribed, please do. And we'll get the numbers keep going up, which would be nice. So I thank you in advance if you click that button. All right. He keeps getting spotted. This guy, he knows how to play, right? He's aiming carefully. He's in a kind of he's in a brave position. That's why he's Brave Dave. Take a blind shot, Brave Dave. Be brave. There you go. That might have hit. And what tier is this? 6. So wait to see his performance here at tier 6. And he says, this is one of my best games that I've played. Now, why is that chat still there? Sometimes you have to... replay bugs. Sometimes when you show these replays, the chat scrolls by and it doesn't fade out. There's a lot of problems with the replays lately. Sound, light bulbs going off, the chat not being right. Things that look like bots. You know why you had one of the best games, or the best game you ever had, Brave Dave? Is because... oh, and you got spotted. There's someone... Okay, let's stop it right there. Let's try and figure out, let's learn something about World of Tanks. Every time he pokes out, he gets spotted. Okay? Which means there has to be someone inside his white circle. So if we look at the white circle on the map, let's make the map bigger. It's not those guys he's aiming at, the T-34, the Cromwell, or the M4AFL-10. These three guys, it's not them. They can't, they're too far. They're outside the maximum detection area, because you know how, geometry, right? Their circles, he would be outside their white circle, right? It's not the STRV. It's not the G-Rule. It's not the Cromwell, because I don't think he's poking out far enough around that curve. So there's got to be someone in here. Right? In that bush or that bush or that bush. Maybe the Cromwell's moved into... But there's a T50-2 here. So I say the Cromwell's probably not in these buildings. Could there be someone right there? The bush that he's blind shooting? Let's see if the enemy shows up. Okay? That's how you got to think. There's got to be someone inside the white circle. And I know there's still some of you, because there's always a certain percentage of people, right? Well, just because they're not in his white circle, how do you know that he's not in their white circle? Their white circle isn't the same as his white circle. No, it's not. But now see, he's blind shooting bushes. We've missed that. He knows someone's spotting him, so he's blind shooting bushes. He knows it's got to be someone. And he spotted again. He spotted again. So they've got to be in, like, look, they've got to be in these bushes right here. He's smart. He's blind shooting the right bushes. There he is! Not so super, are you, Chaffee? And that's, you see? This guy deserves the best game he's ever had. So he knows simple mechanics, and he deduced, as I was. I haven't seen this replay before, guys. I watched them live with you, and I try and follow what's going on. Little comedy, little assessment of the battlefield. His sixth sense was going off every time he poked. You see where he's shooting now? I'm going to stop it again. He's blind shooting that bush because he thinks there's someone. If we look at the mini-map, he thinks that M4A1 is in that bush. You see on the mini-map there at K7, the Cromwell. He thinks that guy could be there, so he's blind shooting there. That's what he was doing. And he was getting spotted. My point was, those guys cannot counter-detect him because they're outside his white circle. Getting back to the point I was going to make. If they're outside his white circle, boom, he got the blind shot and did not get detected. If they're outside his white circle, he's outside their white circle, because that's how geometry works. Because the distance between the two of them is greater than the diameter of than the radius of that circle. Snap. If the two tanks are exactly 445 meters apart, if you take two tanks 445 meters apart on the battlefield in the open, they will each have a white circle on their mini-map that will be exactly out to the enemy position, because the radius of the white circle is 445 meters. Does that make sense? That's mathematics. Geometry. Yeah, but it's a different circle. Think about it. I mean, I know 90... No, that's being generous. 85% of you understand. But there's 15% that there's still... I'm going to get some comments, I know. I didn't subscribe because you don't understand math. In something... I know that in some topics there's a... I feel that this is the way it should be, or I support this. I want to drown myself. I like swimming. I don't like swimming. When I eat beets, I don't feel good. Oh, when I eat beets, I feel fine. There's disagreement. I like standard manual transmission. I prefer automatic. That's fine. That's called having a preference. Right? My preference is manual transmission. My preference is automatic transmission. That's normal discourse. That's having different opinions, different preferences. That's one thing. But unfortunately, these days, the preferences and opinions have gone outside the boundaries into things that are factual. Right? The radius of the circle is 445 meters, so his circle, if they're outside his circle, the other guys will be outside their circle. I don't agree. How come they're different circles? Well, in that case, there is a right and a wrong answer. Right? There's a factual answer. There's no interpretation. There's no no. You're just, that doesn't make sense. That just means you don't understand, and that's ignorance, right? There's a think about that. That's speaking of ignorance. He gets to last kill with a ram. As I'm going off on a diatribe, he goes down in a ball of flames for victory. Well played, he was very brave. Brave Dave. Brave Dave rammed away. Yes, he did. He rammed him. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. He did not. Yes, he did. He rammed him. Brave Dave 2000 from the QSFX clan. Send him a message. Let him know that we featured him. And as he says, highest damage game that he's had. I guess in this tank, over 5,000 with the blind shots. So some of his blind shots connected. But did he get the kill by? Does it tell you? Destroyed, vehicle destroyed. It doesn't tell you if he destroyed it by ramming, does it? Okay, I think he got one kill by ramming. And he made some credits. Way to go, Brave Dave. All right, let's watch another player who has a very good game for him. He says fun in his Udez. Regular schmo, no marks on his barrel. He's just got the small repair kit, small first aid kit. He's running food. And here he goes. He's going to just have fun. Another regular schmo game. And what I was trying to, long story short or summary of what I was saying before, is that it just seems these days opinion and preference have crossed the boundary into what's factual and what's not factual. You know what I mean? Like we talk about things that there's a correct and an incorrect, or a factual or right or wrong answer, and we apply opinions and preference to it. 2 + 2 = 4. Well, I feel that 5 is more appropriate. Well, you're wrong. It is 4. Right? That's a very simple example. Everyone agrees with that, right? Are there some people that don't agree with that? Like, there's some things that have an actual answer. 2 + 2, mathematically, is 4. The sum of 2 and 2 is 4. I don't think there's anyone that would say, I don't believe that. Yeah, you can't fool me. I don't know, I've seen some crazy things and I think it could be 5. You'd think the guy's crazy, right? You're ignorant, you just don't understand math. That's an easy one to understand. But it's kind of a gray line now of what's factual up to a point. There's right and wrong, and then beyond that line as well, a preference. Your opinion is something that doesn't really have an answer. That just, like the light bulb went off. Someone saw me. Well, I'm not sure if he really saw me. Yeah, he did. It's in the game, programmed in the game. If your light bulb goes off, you are on the enemy screen. Everyone on the enemy team sees a dot on the map. They know where you are. That's the fact. Well, I did. There's a... Right? It's the way it is. But these days, we try and gray that line just for whatever reasons that there are that people want to gray the line. Take something that's factual and start discussing it as if it's I don't. It's a hoax. I don't believe that. It's a scam. Okay? Whatever. It's weird. I don't know how we got into that. You guys can leave some examples. And I'm sure that even though you may not know it, myself included, let's be a little bit philosophical here. There's a lot of us that have fallen for that trap. Just because of the way information's dispersed in the media and on social media, that I'm sure a lot of us are question certain things because we don't know, right? I don't know everything. You don't know everything. We're ignorant on lots of subjects. So you read something online and you go, I don't know. I don't believe that. Or oh, I believe, you can either go one way or the other. I believe that. Holy fuck! Are you kidding me? And I'm not even giving you examples because they'll be too controversial. I don't want the video to be filled with controversy. You can make up your own examples in your mind. I'm sure you're making some up. You have this situation all the time. You read something online or something on some TV station, some news outlet or some Facebook post, or someone tells you something, and our natural reaction with the way social media is now is to say either to believe it immediately because the source you get it from is just that's where you get your information, and you will believe it immediately. And it'll usually they try and they want to make you angry because that's how you get clicks, and that's how you make a lot of money, right? More people watch, you get clicks, more ad revenue, so they want to I'm saying, whatever the source is, wants to present you with something that's going to elicit a reaction from you. Like, fuck, really? And you believe it. Maybe a topic you have no idea about. On the other hand, you might get some information from some source, and you'll be very skeptical about it. You'll go, I don't believe that. Nah. Because it might not be, you're ignorant of that topic as well. We're ignorant of both. We're ignorant of some things we believe, and we're ignorant of some things that we don't believe. And it's because humans have this tendency to apply opinion or preference or belief. We have to have a stand, right? It's very difficult for most people to say, I don't know. That's very interesting. I'm not sure. One of the most important measurements to measure someone's intelligence is to Daddy, my teammate exploded. Intelligence is not to be in the open and get ammo right. No, a good sign of intelligence is if someone is capable of knowing when they don't know something. And we have a tendency to not want to do that. We feel like to say I don't know, for some reason we feel bad, or we don't want people to think we're stupid, or we want to think what everyone else that we know thinks, or it's a natural human tendency to want to believe yes or no. Everything's yes or no. And then when you get things that are kind of difficult, right? Things that scientists are telling us, or a weather prediction that they're predicting this and this and this is going to happen, in a very difficult model to predict. There's a storm coming on Thursday. It's going to blah 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 blah. And some people say, I don't believe that. How do they know? Well, how do they know? They have supercomputers that are working on these multi-million variable models, churning with all these scientific programs and analysis from 4,000 or 5,000 measurement things are in the atmosphere and in the oceans that measure the pressure and the barometer and the sea level and the swell and the temperature and the different combinations of particles in the atmosphere, and they put it all into a program, and the program has a 96.4% possibility of predicting correctly, blah, blah, blah. So they say, well, there's going to be a storm, and it's going to be between this and this, and they come up with a forecast that is correct 97.3% of the time, and when it's not correct, it's pretty close. It's not, the winds weren't 87 miles an hour, they're only 83 miles an hour. That's the science and the experts that are working on it, right? And they'll tell us this, and some people will say, they're saying we shouldn't drive over the weekend, but I want to go visit my my cousin because I'm going anyway. And then you drive, and there's a storm, and a tree falls on the road, and you're stuck there for 7 hours. Fuck! Why didn't they warn me? I read on Facebook that it was all BS. So, And that's not even a good example because predicting a storm, I said 97, that doesn't have a yes or a no answer. There's some things that are just factual that people disagree with or don't believe. The Earth is almost a sphere, and it orbits the sun. But it's not really just orbiting the sun. The sun is also moving, so we're moving in a spiral through the galaxy, which is also moving, so that spiral is bent in the direction of where the galaxy is going. So our motion is very complicated. I don't believe that. Right? Some people say, I don't believe that. Yeah, right. Anyways, that's my little diatribe for today. It's very interesting. I find it interesting. I don't have, I'm not passionate about calling people stupid or trying to convince anyone of anything. Although I understand that there's some things that have a right and wrong answer, and there's some things that don't, where you can have an opinion, and other things, well, your opinion doesn't matter. You can believe whatever you want, but you may be wrong or you may be right. I may be crazy, but it just may be a lunatic you're looking for. Right? And that's the way it is. Oh, he's gone, but he's still there. See? You see all the videos? See how it all intertwines and works out? Oh, who put the grenade on the... Who let the grenade come over here? What? Why the hell isn't the grenade sniping?
Off you go. Time to dream of sugar plums.
You guys know what I'm talking about. Everyone knows. We all know, but we all do it anyway. Myself included, right? I'll sometimes read something and I'll just go, I don't believe that. But I'm ignorant of it. Maybe if I read it more and actually looked into it, I'd say, hey, you know what? It sounds like these guys know what they're talking about. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I'm a moron. GG! Which is a good title for the video, right? Maybe I'm a moron. You should think about that. Smart people, in the back of their minds, always think, maybe I'm the moron. And I mean that in a positive way. Think about that sometimes when you're in any topic or anything that if you can ask yourself, do I really know? Do I really understand this? Am I really smart enough to figure it out? If no one ever told me this, or I had no idea about this topic, no one ever mentioned this, if I didn't read it on Facebook, or if someone didn't tell me, would I be able to figure that out on my own? Probably not. So I don't really know or understand how it works. So maybe I shouldn't just jump to one conclusion or the other because I don't really know. And then if you're interested in it, do some research. But if you don't understand any, or you do research, you won't understand what you're researching anyway. So the bottom line is, maybe we are morons. You have to understand that in a lot of topics and a lot of things, we are morons. I am a moron to a greater or lesser degree. You may be a bigger moron than some other guy, right? Like Einstein was a moron on some topics, like doing laundry and keeping his hair tidy. He was a moron, right? But he understood the universe. Right? There were some people that were more morons than Einstein. Like he understood more things than the average moron. So there's different levels of moronity. Moronicness? See what I'm saying? So the question for you as we end this video is, how big a moron are you? Leave it in the comment section, guys. I want to know, how big a moron do you think you are? And I mean that in the most loving way. Hopefully you follow what I'm saying. It's been one of those videos. I will catch you guys on the next one.